We sweep up the dust that we call skin, trying to shed our unforgotten sin, leaving our previous bodies in garbage bins. Shall I go to heaven or hell? They say that hell is paved with good intentions, but I say that heaven is paved with black encryptions. A code of laws that bind demons to the pits of our scored floor so tight it suffocates infants, grinds our peeled snake skin to a fine dust, compiling in our deserts and oceans from lust. From dust and ashes we came, and only the tortured shall remain. 7 years of hell on earth, 6 demons of tribulation birthed. If only we could have repented instead of enjoying mirth. Does God see my tear-dried tissues next to my bed? Does he know of how we cover ourselves in incense to hide the smell of our decay, creating a whirlpool of death to keep the demons at bay, so far that they cannot see the day? We are not the flowers that bloom in May, but the rock in the river that roll to the lake. Rock bottom often signifies despair, but I see it as the clothes that we wear. We are ashamed of our bodies, so we imitate the concrete pigs, the tortoise, or the hare. So next time you ask me why I wear my shame, be wary of the things within the blue of my vein. We mock our own society in vain, and inch by inch, we erase the line between insane and sane.
Yeah!
One more big round of applause for those 5 poets. How you guys doing so far? Feeling good? Feeling good about the show? Our next 5 poets are in this order: Mona Martinez, Ali Nelson, Diana Montoya, Kylie Henson, and Elena Ortiz. Put your hands together for Mona.
The empty sky compels me to realize how far life is from death. We used to gaze up at heavenly Polaris, the heart of the ocean in the azure night sky, and promise we would meet there someday. I want to see the stars to measure the distance between the constellation that will someday guide me to our celestial union. But the sun refuses to kiss the horizon. I don't remember every conversation we had or every moment we shared, but I remember you told me I was your backbone, like the stars are the vertebrae to the little bear in the sky. We promised we would be sisters even after both of us reached Polaris after our journey began at Ursa Minor. When you began to poison the running veins of your body that give you life, I told you I couldn't lose you. It was the last time I saw you. I don't remember asking you if you'd miss me, or thinking I would miss you more than the sailors miss their native land when lost at sea. Even dizzied by the spinning axis of the stars surrounding her, I adore the bright Polaris the most. Trust her to give me hope. Her presence is a heavenly navigator leading sailors back home, a beacon lighting my way back to you. The constellation of Ursa Minor guides me through this voyage of my grief. The little bear's resemblance a place of meditation and calm. The mountaintop of the world. The strength of its back, the stairway to Polaris.
At 6 years old, I rode an elephant named Lovey, a mountain, with a shade of Persian red that outlined her gentle eyes and curved with the slope of her trunk. She carried me around the ring easily. I smiled down at deep dimple, front teeth missing kind of happiness down at my dad. The massive elegance of her ears reminded me of my mother's, of mine. I never wanted to leave the ring, where age didn't matter. Too afraid Lovey would forget me, or I would forget how to be like that again. My ankles rubbed against her sides, and I never knew dry skin could be so soft. Property of the traveling circus, walking off her youth, she left her footprints for mine to fill. My dad had big feet. It runs in the family. I used to stand on his specially polished business shoes, and he would walk me around our house easily, his feet swinging mine. He held my hands like I held his, alert. He rode the elephant in the room called cancer. Definition, hopeless. His life support was an overpriced admission ticket, only one more week left of life. His body tortured like caged tigers. The machines clicked like circus whippings, the sound of the flat line sounded like cancer cheering, and the chanting of religious hymns sounded too much like giving up. I know the cruelties of not diagnosing the problem, and that prognosis is just a random drawing for cheap circus toys. Every summer, I laid a long stem of my mother's name on his grave, and picked the one with the fewest thorns. I know now that she knows what's best, especially when it comes to saying goodbye. My dad's goodbye was quiet, without words. Though I've outgrown the ring, I know how to fill the footprints, how to feel a silent goodbye, how an elephant can carry a memory, and a child afraid to grow up.
Mother's life lessons. 1. Mother always told me to tie my shoes right, or I'll trip. Wrap 2 bunny ears around the tree, tuck them under, and pull tight. She told me to clean my room just in case we had a fire, I could run out faster. Back then it made so much sense to me. Now I look at it and laugh. I actually believed her. 3. Being a mom, she would wake me up and help me wash my hair, then dress my 3-year-old armor that was ripped every other knee for a paper cut. 5. Mother held my hand while putting the first egg into our chocolate cake. She walked me through the steps of putting chocolate on even just to show my mom taught me how to bake. 5. Mother taught me how to make tacos when I was 8. She said, get an early head start on your food so you won't have to depend on your society to feed you. I started to do all this stuff because I realized my mom was not going to be here forever. She told me the truth from the very beginning. The very first day, the very first night she tucked me in, I listened to her steady heartbeat, and it was the same as mine.
Come on, Kylie.
Kylie!
I wanted to feel loved. To feel like John and Yoko growing old together forever. If you would just listen, you would know that I want to be encased in the butterfly amber of love. You left me grounded, a newly healed wing. Your reckless games shatter the amber that preserves me. You left me stuck, like old, dusty piano keys. If you would just listen, you would know how you made me feel safe. Like 2 butterflies, pulsing their wings in sync.
boys away. 1. When Tommy tells you after school between the swing set and the slide that he thinks your face is kind of pretty. Run. The war is coming. Protect yourself with the cootie force field and recite your war cry with pre-puberty passion. Girls go to Mars to get more movie stars. Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider. 2. When put under pressure, cry, throw things, call them animal names like lion, dog, or ape, or cheetah. When angry, it won't matter that you don't make sense. 3. Revel in your female vocabulary. As much as possible, say things like feminism, commitment, and vagina. 4. All boys want the goodies. So make him go on tampon runs and fold your delicates with sweet promiscuous hints hidden between your fresh dryer sheet panties. Make them work for it. 6. Nickname his penis Bob. Bob's a good name. Strong name. But he won't be able to look past it being a short name. Offended by your question of his manhood, he will take his penis and leave. Nickname his little friend Bob. Bob's a forgettable name. 7. If he calls you in the middle of the night, professing his drunken devotion with promises of covering up his imperfections with patches of manners, sympathy, and better hygiene, and all he asks in return is for you to pick him up from the bar and give him a ride home, do it. You never know when you might need a favor. If he leans in closer and whispers in your ear slurs of something about forever, smack him. 8. When Tommy tells you at your 20-year high school reunion between the juice bowl and the empty dance floor that your face still looks the same, thank him. He's the one that gave you a chance to gain confidence in yourself, because if you really want to scare the boys away, don't be afraid to show your woman. Be proud of your feministic features and twist men's admiration around your fingers like the vines of a honeysuckle tree. Sweet, with an aftertaste of dignity.
One more round of applause for all of our poets. So when I got here and asked, how the month had gone, I was told that this was probably one of the best Voces classes ever. And being the cynic that I am, I went, oh, really? We'll see about that. The last part was in my head. But so far, I would have to say that this is, if not the best, one of the best. So you guys are witnessing a hell of a show. Would you like the show to go on? All right. One of the rules of hosting a show is that you never let the audience know time, because then they don't realize how long they've been around, and suddenly your butt doesn't hurt as much. Your back doesn't hurt as much. The heat isn't as hot as it seems. But then when you know you've been sitting there for X amount of hours or X amount of minutes, suddenly all of that stuff comes up. So I was going to violate that rule and let you know, but I'm just going to roll on because the energy seems good. So I'm just going to ask, if y'all are ready to see the second half of the show, give me a nice big hell yeah! So, without further ado, our next 5 poets will be Anthony Rivera, Megan, Miranda Montoya, Mercedes Romero, and a duet by Ali and Elena. So put your hands together for our next poet.